In more recent years, my organisation Orphans Aid International has turned its attention to even more countries. On the streets of Kolkata, India, we've established a program that brings medical help and food to over 100 kids in 4 slum areas. And it's expanding rapidly. I want to tell you some more about this exciting opportunity to work with the children of India and some other places of extreme despair.
It really is a Slumdog Millionaire type situation. It really is as bad as it looks. It's not just done for the camera, it's not just done for money. These kids, it really is a shocking situation.
We employed Dr. John early on in our Kolkata program. He brings basic but vital health care. Life on the streets for many of these children is a test of sheer endurance.
Because they sleep on the street, sometimes the rat bites, the dog bites, so some insect that bites, so that's from there the insects happen.
I can see a massive need for trained medical professionals. Across much of India, medical care is substandard, even brutal.
Whenever I come and I see the doctor doing how he treats, so sometimes he beats them because it's very painful, so he beats them in order to do his work properly. They don't have any other places. We can see line of patients standing there. They're trying to get treated because they have no other places to get the treatment.
Alleviating pain and suffering like this is absolutely necessary, and we will be sending skilled volunteers to help. On the pavements of Kolkata, at the shelter where we feed the children, the food we are able to provide is the only meal the kids will have that day. One mum comes many kilometres across town just for the food, and still she's so desperate she still asks regularly if anyone here would like to buy one of her children.
Yeah. Why? Why does she want to sell them?
No one to take care.
Yeah. So, I mean, what absolute darling children. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Such is the desperation we see every day.
So it's kids like this that we're wanting to help. There's a sick wee boy and he lives on the street. I mean, poor diet, no housing, no one to look after him, no medical.
Before we left Kolkata, I had to go to this wee boy's home. Such as it is, you could call it a home, out on the street to see if there was anything more we could do. We found him, still looking dreadfully ill, and we were handed some x-rays and medical bills.
You can see there's some swelling there, see that?
It felt hopeless.
Okay, bye.
I left determined to find a way for Orphans Aid International to intervene more effectively in the lives of even a few more kids like this.
There's just so many gulams, there's so many of these kids, and it would be easy to think, well, there's so many of them, let's just forget it. But actually that inspires me even more, because I think there's so many of them, how can we not reach out and help? And if more people like us can help, if more can give, it's got to have an impact in the long term.
The great news is, with our help, this is little Gulam, a few weeks later, fit and strong, after what could have been a life-threatening situation. From Kolkata, we travelled north to a place scarcely anyone I know is even aware of. It's the border between India and a little country called Bhutan. Bhutan has a terrible secret. It's the source of a large number of young women, some as young as 10, who are trafficked across its border and sold. Per population, this area has one of the highest refugee numbers in the world, and some terrible human rights violations, particularly involving the children.
And right now, to be honest, I feel a bit sick in my tummy. Just a bit sick in my tummy because of the smells and the heat and the open sewage. And yet these kids live in this every day. And the thing that I find difficult is probably very shortly we're going to be served some food. But I can't eat food in this kind of environment.
because we have a special New Zealander who was the first man to climb Mount Everest. Partnering with the locals, Orphans Aid International is beginning the task of making some of these children at least a little safer. We've found some fabulous people who work in very difficult situations to love those that may seem unlovable to others. It starts with a school we support. The next steps will be a feeding program and medical care, and hopefully it will replicate many times over. So I notice there's a good mixture of ages here, so I'm assuming these are children who wouldn't normally be at school?
On the street.
On the street, okay. Okay. Knowing how much need there is here, and as grim as it was, I found it hard leaving the Bhutan border area. I'm comforted with the knowledge that I'll return, and each time things will get a little bit better. Orphans Aid International is an unfolding story. With your help, we can take an already successful and proven plan and grow our capacity to help more kids.